Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, where we break down the stories that have everyone talking. Today, we've got a clip that is pure dynamite. It features the FCT Minister, the former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, in his natural element, unfiltered, blunt, and dropping some serious political shade. He was speaking at an event in Edo State for the launch of a new transit bus, but the speech quickly turned into a masterclass in political maneuvering, a defense of Governor Monday Okpebholo, and a thinly veiled, heavy-handed critique of a certain presidential candidate's style of politics. We are going to watch the full clip, and then I'll give you my own unbiased breakdown of what he said, the crucial points he made about security protocol, and the massive jab he threw at what he calls performative humility. Is he just playing politics, or is there a valid lesson in governance here? So sit back and take a watch.
Nobody be abusing you. But because you're the governor, that's why every time they will talk one thing or the other. I've watched on television of recent unnecessary debates. And that is why I say Nigerians forget history. When I was governor, when Peter Obi was coming to my state, he notified me that he was coming to my state. I provided logistics, vehicles for him to use. Because at that level, as a profile presidential candidate, if he does not tell you and anything happens, the governor will be held responsible. And people should stop politicking when the truth is being told. Obi, knowing fully well with their so-called coalition, anything can happen. They will accuse the governor that he was behind it. So the statement you made, you are quite right. You didn't say, don't come. All I'm saying, if you are coming, tell me, because I'm here to protect you.
We get you too much.
But they give people money, they go to television. You have never told Nigerians, don't come to Edo, and you won't do that. But this so-called profile people who say they are big men, in this political period we are in, we have to be careful. Some people can, giving you bad name, go and harm anybody. And then they will say the governor is responsible because he knows a coalition member is coming. So governor, you are right. You are right. If the man said he will listen to you, it's okay. You've done your own work. You don't need to people play to the gallery. This is not where a presidential candidate will be carrying to serve food. No. And you know, this is pretense. How long will you be serving the food? How long? As a president, then you carry food and be serving. And then Nigerians are laughing. Oh, humble. Who told you that humility? Who told you that? And you people give audience to that kind of a thing. And somebody will be telling you, as a presidential candidate, when I win as a president, I will use commercial plane. And you think he's telling you the truth. Which security would allow you? Which? We must tell ourselves the simple truth. And then, Mr. Joy, this is humble. Nigerians, you like people who play you while you. You don't like people who will tell you the simple truth. When he was governor, was he serving food? Now because election is coming, I want to serve. Hey, go and listen to him there. Go and listen to him. So Don't bother yourself. Stand firm in any decision you have taken. Stand firm. If they don't talk about you, then you're not the governor. Any day I wake up, nothing is said about me. I say something is wrong somewhere. So it is my business to keep Nigerians busy to be reading about me. So don't bother yourself. Go ahead. What is important is, do you have the support of your people? Yes. Well, once you have that, go ahead. People like Oshumole is here. Former deputy governors are here. The speaker has told you, if you need more money, come for supplementary. We will give you.
Now governor when they walk, now here we they follow. I go inside.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack, and let's break it down. First, let's talk about the core of his argument: protocol and security. Wike's main point, and arguably his most valid one from a governance perspective, is that a presidential candidate visiting a state must inform the sitting governor. Why? Because the governor is the chief security officer of that state. Wike argues that if anything happens to that candidate, an accident, an attack, anything, the first person to be blamed will be the host governor. He paints a picture where political opponents could even orchestrate an incident just to destabilize the governor. To back this up, he gives a personal example, stating that when Peter Obi came to campaign in Rivers State while he was governor, he was properly notified, and he, Wike, provided the necessary logistics and security. This isn't just talk. It's a fundamental principle of administrative and security coordination. On this point, Wike is standing on very solid ground. Now, for the parts that is pure politics, the jab at performative humility. Let's be clear when Wike talk about a presidential candidate who is serving food, playing to the gallery, and promising to fly commercial, he is almost certainly referring to Peter Obi of the Labour Party. This is where the speech moves from a lesson in governance to a political attack. Wike is essentially mocking the man of the people persona. He questioned its authenticity by asking if this candidate was serving food when he himself was a governor. He called it a pretense designed to fool Nigerians who he claimed forget history. Now, to be balanced, there are two ways to look at this. Wike's perspective is that of an established politician who believes in structure, protocol, and sees this public display of humility as chief political threat. To him, governance is about delivering projects, not serving rice at a rally. On the other hand, supporters of this style would argue that it is a necessary and a refreshing break from the big man politics that has defined Nigeria for decades. They see it as a leading by example and a genuine attempt to connect with ordinary citizens. So you have a clash of political philosophies. Wike's pragmatism versus a more populist grassroots approach. Wike is calling it fake, but millions of voters sees it as authentic. Finally, his advice to Governor Monday Okpebholo, the political survival guide. Everything Wike said is ultimately to bolster Okpebholo. He tells him to stand firm and not to be bothered by the criticism. His line, if they don't talk about you, then you are not a good governor, is the summary of his entire political career. He strives on controversy because, in his words, it means you are relevant and effective. He's telling Monday Okpebholo to embrace the noise and not to be intimidated. So, there you have it. Wike makes a very strong, logical point about security protocols for visiting dignitaries, but he masterfully wrapped it in a political missile aimed at a rival, questioning his authenticity and style, all while publicly validating his ally, Governor Monday Okpebholo. It is raw, it is strategic, and it is classic Wike. But I want to know what you think. Is Wike right to call out what he sees as political theater, or is this just sour grapes from a different political camp? Do you value the politician who sticks to protocol or the one who breaks the mold to connect with the people? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to read them. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. I'm Oba, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.